This is the Risk Grandnovice Series, where I, a Grandmaster on the free-for-all ladder, share a lower ranked game. From this, hopefully more people will see the game of Risk, newer players can improve their play, and maybe we'll get to see something crazy. The number one thing to take from this is you do not have to be number one to have fun. So get out there, play some Risk, and have some fun. We are going into the game now, and as we always do, we are removing ourselves. Actually, this being true random means that I don't have any 0% rolls. Oh my gosh. I didn't want that to happen. So we're just going to continue. The dice are on our side today, and I'm very unhappy about that. Because we're trying to roll ourselves down and have as little impact on the game as possible. So to have such successful rolls is, I anticipate this one being successful too, actually, and that is unfortunate because I do not want that to be the case. Okay, here we are. This is going to be very interesting. It is technically a 1v1 after I will be removed from the game because one individual did not ready up at the start of the game. This is a very small map, and it is 70% domination, small map being castle. Turn timer 90 seconds, AI difficulty medium. This is ranked and it's progressive, so those initial trade-ins aren't going to be as impactful, so no one's going to be able to run away with the game right away because they get a big trade on 3. It is going to be true random to make it a little spicy, and it is novice to intermediate, and inactivity behavior is automated, so these players are going to be contesting with the bot, but not for ranked points, because that is going to be between the blue player and the purple player. So this is going to be very explosive, and I will be surprised if we make it into the second or third or fourth round of trade-ins that you see in a standard progressive game, just because of how small the map is and the game mode we're playing. Like, look, the leader right now has 35%. That's the blue player, and they just have that on their turn, on their first turn. They're halfway taking the W. And so the bot is definitely going to be something to consider if you're worried about making a run, especially a bot that if we have one of those runner bots that doesn't focus on taking a continent or breaking continents, it just goes in a line. I could see it taking or contesting for the 70%. We have the purple player now. Hopefully they have not botted, because then we're going to see if the blue player can contest. Okay, so the purple player is here. They are going to be losing 2 on a 1. True random is just... They're going to be rolling... Okay, good. I do not think... Oh, wow. They're going to be rolling that stack of the blue player, just knocking the blue player down hard, but not taking out too high of a percentage. Leaving that trapped back there, I think it's so scary, because in true random you can lose a lot on even the smallest of stacks. So looks like the purple player is going to take a bonus, but can they anticipate holding that bonus? That is going to be tough. We'll see if the blue player allows that. If they really want to, they could attempt to break in multiple locations. We'll see what the bot chooses to do. But like I said, this is going to be so explosive. Is the bot going to roll the 6 on 3? It does, and it is successful. That is going to hurt a lot from the purple player as that bot just continues to roll. Okay, now it's our turn. I think we're just going to roll towards the bot to try and impact the players as little as possible. I am successful, and so this is a very unique episode of the Risk Grandnovice Series in that I have multiple cards. Really, I try not to let that happen. I try to be as little of an impact on the game as I can be, but the true random being added and me having to roll, make myself as weak as possible, has resulted in some lucky dice on my part, and I have taken some continents. Now, the blue player securing a continent, the military division, a +4. That is so huge, and they have so many options for fortification, and they have a very strong guard, and they are a favorite to take the game right now, possibly even on their next turn. What is the purple player going to choose? They could have chosen to take that central inner district continent and could have guarded it pretty safely from the other players if they had chosen to do that. But at the same time, that is the trade-off of not getting the +5 of Royal Sanctum, but maybe that would have been worth it. And I am removed from the game. Let us hop in to the spectator mode so we can watch the rest of the game and see what happens. The purple player at 41%, but very weak with 19 troops. Could the blue player make a run for it on their next turn? Where is this bot going to roll? Every territory it takes from the blue player is a percentage less the blue player will have to start with at the beginning of their turn, and is going to make it a little bit harder and actually breaks the continent of the blue player. Very unfortunate for the blue player, but they have the ability to bounce back now. The red bot is not fortifying into that bonus, and it is very possible if the blue player wants to, they can roll back and they could retake that military district. I believe it was called military division. But is the blue player just going to instead take Central Plaza? They could attempt to take Central Plaza and the military division, which would be very interesting. Are they just going to stop here? No, they're at 38. No, so the purple player's at 38% right now. The blue player's at 32%, but now they're both tied at 35%. The blue player not playing nice with the purple player. Is the purple player going to take that early trade if they have a trade on 4 and try to come back in this game? If they do that and they take that small trade, it is going to be risking that the other players will have those larger trades to come back from, to come back with and maybe bring that comeback from. So the purple player is going to trade on 3 like I suggested. What are they going to do with it right now? They are in a very difficult situation. They're going to choose to try and break the blue player and retake their continent. Let's see. Both of these rolls could not be successful. This one is successful, and that is going to hurt the blue player, just not able to hold on to their bonus. Is the retake going to be successful, and is the bot going to allow that to hold? And then is the blue player in turn going to allow that to hold? I do not think that is likely, and the purple player should not anticipate holding their bonus. But this is so explosive, and players need to make aggressive moves because this could end like that. So the red bot does break open the purple player. Looks like they enjoy breaking continents, not necessarily taking them. We're going to see if the red player has a trade on 3. They should at least be able to reestablish their bonus in the military division. Are they going to have enough guard on it? I think they could try. And that's going to leave the purple player with a question. Are they going to try and break the blue player, or are they going to try and retake their bonus? Okay, so what I might like to see here is I'd like to see this 3 fortified right here. And actually, is the blue player making the run? They probably shouldn't, but it is maybe possible. 38%. No, with that roll, I do not think they will be coming out right now from this turn with the W, but maybe lining up, getting this 3 over here active, maybe putting it right here, right? Moving this 3 right here. Maybe you want a stronger guard, you put the 3 right here. This 3, though, needs to be somewhere. How does the purple player respond? Possibly what they could do is they don't retake their bonus. They just put troops right here. So They attack right here, split, and then move this 2 up. And oh my gosh, and they are going to break the blue player. I did not know if they're going to do it. It was a risky roll, and it is successful, and actually very successful. Let's see what it turned out to be. It was a 6-on-4 and only lost 1 troop. What an amazing roll. And at this point, we're kind of having some parity between all the players. They're very close. The amount of territory they're holding is very close. What's going to break that is when these trades start getting larger and larger. It's going to make it so an individual who plays their cards right and has just the right card luck can make a run for it. And the red bot with the purple player and the blue player going into each other, and then the bot breaking, adding in that level of variance that makes a 1v1 more complicated, is getting stronger at 41%. And they are going to reestablish their bonus. Maybe this 7 can move up here and just make it so the purple player has to look for alternative routes, which this could work right here from southern ramparts to battlements. So they may consider breaking that way. That is an option if they even see that they can go over there. Or are they just going to try the 8-on-5 again? This roll might not be as successful, and it's not. Losing 7 while the blue player only loses 2. Could this be the end of the game for the purple player? They realize they at least still need a card, and they do take one. Hopefully they can bounce back with a trade on 4. Let's see what the bot chooses to do here. Are they going to choose to break? They could come in here if they wanted to. They could bring this 5, and they could come in here. There are several options if the bot wanted to break the blue player. Let's see what they choose to do. They are now in 2 locations where they are touching the continent of the blue player and attempt to break it. Let's see if the next one is rolled, and if it is successful, it is. So now the bot is looking very strong with 48% of the board and the most troops. Now is the blue player's time. What are they going to do? What they could choose to do now, and unfortunately the 7's kind of locked down. It can't go through itself to take out the blue player, so they might have to attack a little bit, fortify right here, and hope that there is no trade for the purple player so they can secure those cards of the purple player. But they choose to retake their continent, retake their bonus. Are perhaps over attacking right now. They're not breaking the red bot, and it is looking very dangerous. Is the purple player now going to attack the red bot? Are they going to attack the blue, both holding bonuses of their own? Or are they going to try and retake their bonus and hold? They're going to take a card and pass and start making a very scary stack. What are they going to choose to do? Runs are going to be very possible very soon. A 14 stack is nothing to laugh at. And if they wanted to, they could actually break everything. They could go here, 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 and here, breaking all the bonuses. Instead, they're going to take their own right now. Are they going to continue attacking their... Oh my gosh, and they try and roll the blue player, and it is unsuccessful. Now, the red bot looks to be the first to actually hold a continent for a turn. What are they going to choose to do with that advantage? Perhaps they are going to try and secure a second continent. They are and is successful. Are they going to break? They do break the purple bonus. Are they going to break the blue bonus? No, they cannot at this point because of how they have fortified. This is the first turn. The purple or the blue player has got to hold a continent, and it is a big one. It is a +4. It is nothing to laugh at. Plus the 12 trade-in. What are they going to do? Are they in a position to run the board? It's possible, especially if they break through here. They've got access to all these ones. If they come through here, they have access to 1, 2, 1. They've got access to purple. There is so much they could do right now with that amount of troops. And what they really could do is they could choose to remove the purple player for the 2 cards and hope that the red bot does not have a trade on 3, and then hope you do have a trade on 3, or try and take the bot in the 1v1 for the 70%. But at minimum, this bot needs to be broken because it is getting big fast, and the purple player is not really going to be able to help. So this 14 could come through here, and this 12 could come through here. So if that comes about, the game is going to be looking a little bit better for the two existing players, for the two human players, which this might be the option the blue player is going to take. And they're going to roll a 6-on-4, and it is also successful. It is the day for 6-on-4s, but not breaking the continent here. That is a bit of a dangerous thing, but they have taken so many territories off of the red bot, and this bot is not attacking very much in a way that I would be concerned about in making the run for 70%, although the blue player does leave open this pathway right here for the bonus to be broken, and the purple player just taking risky roll after risky roll, some successful, some not, as we see right here, both happening in one turn. What is the red bot going to do? It's getting close to the point where, even though the purple player is only on 9 troops, if they have a trade, the trades are going to start being large enough. Oh no, so the blue player is broken and their 12 stack is trapped. What can they do? They will not have a trade coming up on their turn. They're only getting +3 troops, so there's no guarantee they're even going to have a successful roll in true random right now. The maybe best they can do is they can put the 5 right here and roll here, making that more likely than rolling a 4-on-1, although 4-on-1 can still work out. And we see it does, and the purple player takes a hit, just cannot hold a continent. Let's see if the blue player takes this roll on the 2, the 5 on the 2, and if it is successful, they are going to choose to do so. And once again, very good dice. Does the purple player have a trade on 3? Can they reestablish themselves? And perhaps do they make a run? A trade on 3 right now. The splits would be tough. The dice would have to be perfect. But the red player could be removed, or the purple player could set them up to remove the red player if the red player doesn't have a trade on 4 and ends up being on 5 cards. Let's see if the purple player even has that trade to begin with. They do not, so they have to take a chance. They have to take a roll and hope they can secure another card, and they do that successfully. They should not continue to attack. They do not want to open up this 7. So the purple player, perhaps a trade on 4. The red bot with a trade on 4, what are they going to do with it? Should not anticipate a run for the 70 right now, although if it was a human at the controls right now, it would be a very real possibility, be a very real threat, but that is not what is going to happen here. It's going to be some attacking out. If that 4 is successful, then the 11 is going to be trapped. The 11 is going to be trapped. They cannot do anything else unless it's fortified out. Does that 11 get fortified out? And it does. Blue player here, no trade, but they have this 9. They're going to be able to secure a card for sure. But they need to be aware of the purple player potentially making a run. That is very scary. They need to be aware of the bonus held by the red player. Although the red bot here, leaving the 11 here, that blocks off so many territories. That is a big chunk of the road that you have to figure out how to get past, work around it, go through it. That is a question players are going to be asking. Ignore it. What are they going to choose to do? The purple player not going to be an easy spot for a card, so if they do not have a trade on 4, they might be card blocked right here. And they do have a trade on 4, 20 troops. 20 troops. This puts them back even with the other players in the amount of troops, although slightly behind on cards. What are they going to choose to do with those 20 troops? So I'm going to make a suggestion. And my suggestion is to line yourself up to remove one of these players the next go around. And actually, they're going to hit the blue player very hard. And looking back, the potential for removal is, oh my gosh, with great rolls like that, it's not impossible. Although it's still very unlikely. 15 troops to the 14, and they still have this 9 stack, the blue player, so very unlikely. But setting themselves up and getting in the blue player's way, saying, you're not going to reestablish that bonus. Let's see if the 11 allows the purple player to hold. What they could have done, the purple player, is establish a bonus and guard it heavily, although it's very unlikely that it would hold just because of all these stacks around that are so connected to the other bonuses. This map is so small and so constricting. 54%, it is starting to look very dangerous that the bot might take the W right now. 61%, is the bot going to continue to attack? 64%, only a couple more territories. Two more territories. It was going up 3 a territory. So that means the bot only needed to have successful attacks 2 more times to take the W. The blue player has to take territory off of the red bot. What will the blue player do? Please do not attack the purple player. That is not the move to make right now. You guys need to work together and work on the bot here. Attack the 2. Good, and is unsuccessful. So that 9 is going to have to do something. By something, I mean a lot. You need to get a lot of mileage out of these 9 troops. We saw the bot right there started at about 40%, and then they ended up being in the 60s. So this is within the end game range right now, and I think the blue player has just sealed the fate of the of everyone left in the game. This is what, let's see if the purple player has it within them. They need to break some continents. They need some really good dice. I agree with that roll. Let's see if they take the 2 on something. They probably realize the danger they are in. This is it. Does the red bot roll enough? They have this clear path right now, and they're adding in a way that this is probably going to be the end of the game. Let's see how much mileage we get out of these troops here. A bad roll, but the bot still has more, and actually another bad roll, so this is going to save their skins, and the blue player might have a trade on 4. Maybe they will use that to hit the red player. These trades are getting pretty large right now. Does the blue player have a trade on 4? Well, if they do, they did not use it. And it's very likely they just didn't. So now is the time for them to attack and break some continents. And they do not. Oh my gosh, this is so risky. Not only because they're risking the game ending to the red player, but they're also risking that the purple player has a trade and takes them out from the game, which is a very real possibility right now. Purple player, once again, realizing they need to attack. Let's see how many times. I'm predicting at least 2. And if good dice happens, they can break this continent here. Oh, wow. So they are going to be attacking in a little different way than I anticipated. And they're not going to do anything. They take a card and pass. This is it. This should be the game for the bot. And this is very interesting. I did not anticipate this happening. So I gotta admit, I do not know how placements are calculated in 70% when the bot wins and both players are are 2 of the other players are human beings. There it is. There's the 70%. So the bot taking the W. Very interesting. Neither player willing to fight it out against the bot. Both players needed to at that moment. Let's see what the ranks we got here. We have 2 novices. So my advice to these 2 individuals, I have 2 things that they could have been thinking about as things were going on, which is they needed to keep the bot down. They needed to watch how the bot was attacking, which they were taking a higher percentage each time, and eventually the bot was able to grow large enough that the bot was never going to go from 20% or 30% all the way to 70. It wasn't going to attack that much. This bot that we had, it was a lower difficulty bot. That wasn't going to happen. So they each needed to put in the troops to be able to keep that bot down as they also fought each other. I think they got so caught up in keeping each other down, they let the bot just grow bigger. So this has been the Risk Grandnovice Series, and I hope these players had fun. I had fun watching it, and I encourage everyone watching to get out there, play Risk, and have some fun too.